What is good, guys? It is Spirit of Paradox here and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 7, and I have got to say, out of the 4 runs when it comes down to the new Ultimate Universe, this is actually the second most disappointing for me. When it comes down to this run so far and comparing it to the original, this is just nowhere near as good. And then we've got Jonathan Hickman. And I've got to admit, he doesn't have a single original idea for this new Ultimate Universe. Reed Richards being Doctor Doom, somebody else already did that in Timeless. When it comes down to Harry Osborn being the Green Goblin, we already got that, and that was from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Then we've got the whole trope, nobody has an actual origin, they all got it from Stark Tech. Where does he get that from? Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I know loads of people are thinking, why are you bringing this up? It's because Hickman keeps taking ideas from other places and he thinks nobody's going to notice. Like that green Gimp suit. What? You think he just covered up the mouth and think nobody would notice it's the Sam Raimi outfit and it's nowhere good looking? And even that outfit was terrible. But it's like, it's his Ultimate Spider-Man, and he keeps adding ideas that are not from Ultimate Spider-Man, but ideas that are not his own, and are not good ideas in general. Let's begin. The story begins in July, at night in Oscorp Industries, and here we see Otto Octavius working on the green Gimp suit. It's a beautiful thing, don't you think? No. I think it's pretty fucking ugly. I think it's a Sam Raimi Green Goblin knockoff with Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn. And is Harry Osborn a good character? No. His parents died and got free shit. Sure, I guess. Who are you again? Says Spider-Man. This is Otto Octavius. He graduated from high school at 12 and had his master's degree by 16. After that, he was handpicked by my dad to be Oscorp's resident big brain. Dad said Otto reminded him of me, if I had actually had a work ethic, was reliable, and had anything remotely resembling an above average intelligence. Come on, Harry, you know that's not true. Mostly. As for the suit, this thing is so well designed, complicated, but elegant. No, it's not, Hickman. You stole the design from the Sam Raimi universe and covered up the mouth, and then you put Dane DeHaan's Harry Osborn in it. Like, can you stop taking other people's ideas and then patting yourself on the back in your own writing? Like, dude, you're like, am I the only person who's noticing these things? Like, a lot of these ideas and concepts are not Hickman's, but he constantly likes to give himself compliments over them. Like, talk about being a plagiarist, but pff, wow. See? What can I say? Dad could really pick 'em. And why do we need someone helping us? Says Spider-Man. Do you understand this stuff at all? Not a bit. Well, there you go. So here's where we're at. Your suits are both Stark Tech, but they were both built using completely different types of engineering. Call it Stark 1.0 and Stark 2.0. Harry, your suit is basically a dedicated piece of very sophisticated hardware. Top of the line, flawlessly constructed. If pressed, I'd actually call it the perfect war machine. You steal the design from Sam Raimi. You pat yourself on the back for copying. and then you want to call it a sophisticated hardware that's comparable to War Machine. Oh, Hickman. Literally, not a single original idea in your body, and you want to act like you're the best thing since sliced bread. Please stop it. I mean, it's more than that. Sure, navigation, propulsion, and its onboard AI. That's, well, I'll get back to that. But, as a piece of tech, I can get inside it, customize it, do whatever we want. We own it now, top to bottom, back to front. But this Pictotech suit of yours, it's beyond that. Highly adaptable, transformative, and well, hey, that's going to take a bit more time, as we see Octavius take a blood sample from Spider-Man. Are you sure about this, Harry? He seems it's fine. When he gets like this, just let him cook. You'll see. Save for later. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so both suits run on the same network. They don't have to. They can operate independently. But while they do, they're subject to network commands, which is how Harry shut down your suit the first time you met. Yeah, we're definitely putting an end to that. Fair enough. Next on the to-do list. But here's the amazing thing about the suits. Up till now, they've both been running in some kind of safe mode. They actually have an onboard AI that you can use for anything. Combat analysis, life support, any kind of higher functional problem solving really. We just need to turn them on and give them a profile to map to. A profile? Yes, think of it as a personality, but it's more than that really. More like a base level consciousness. I've prepared several archetypes to choose from. Napoleon, Lincoln, Caesar, Gandhi. I even made one of me, should you be so inclined. So, what will it be? And Spider-Man tells him, well, I like to talk to myself. Not sure that offers the most bang for your buck, but your suit is more than capable of copying the brain patterns of its host. Oh, I wonder what you mean by that, copying the brain patterns of its host. What about you, Harry? You've always struck me as the Caesar type. So if you have enough data, can you construct a profile from historical or personal records? If they're extensive enough, and we have access to them, I don't think that'll be a problem. Then sure, it should work. Who do you have in mind? My dad. In the next page, we follow up on Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy. This is the building? Yeah, don't freak out. It's got good bones. You know there's a thing that dead things do wear after a while. All that's left are the bones, right? You know most people know better than to judge a book by its cover. I think you'll be surprised with what we've done. I'm not. I'm bored. Alright, after you. Let's see what my money has bought me. As we see Mary Jane try to get in, she's having some difficulty. What? They're not here. Door's locked. They left a note. What's it say? Sorry, had to run out. Something came up. As we see in the next page, we follow Jane and Ben, and they are both here to meet somebody in this parking lot. Anyone here? Hello? Over here, says a shadowy figure. Nice ambience, very cloak and dagger. So, why exactly are we down here? Well, Jonah, I wanted somewhere private. and this is private. It is, but it's also pretty dark. The elevator doesn't work, and so we had to take the stairs. You know I have a bad knee. I thought you had a bad hip. It's both, so this better be good. Uh-huh. What you got for us? As we see this man pull out a brown envelope, Jonah inspects it and says, "Well, I'll say this. Robbie Robertson is a man who comes through in a pinch. I do have my moments. Ben, this is... Yes, it is. You can't just give this to us, Robbie. You should have it. You deserve the credit. Sure, but both of you know this isn't getting published at the Bugle. It will never happen, and it needs to. So, you know, we just stole some money from a rich lady. You wanna join in a losing cause? Actually, I've been thinking about that. And eventually, yeah, I want in. But for now, I might serve us best, it might serve everyone best if I stayed in the belly of the beast, your inside man. Well, Mr. Robinson, I gotta say, I'm a little shocked at what a scoundrel you've become. What Ben means is he's never been more proud, and I have to say, I agree. In the next page, we go to a black hole in Manhattan, a building that doesn't exist, as we see an advanced helicopter land on the helicarrier. The building has been locked down, and the surrounding area is secure. You've got a 20-minute window, sir. Has our guest arrived? Yes, we have him in the Amalgamon room. Well, let's not keep him waiting, no? Monsieur Fisk? I've never met him. It's not surprising. I always got the sense that he didn't care for people meeting them, or otherwise. Still, all hail the great maker, he who remade the world, a towering man of vision. And now what remains are we, the protectors of his dream. No small burden, is it, Monsieur Britain? No. I understand you've lost one of my agents. I didn't lose him. He just decided to up and disappear. Or be disappeared. I've seen no body. You don't know? I can't confirm anything. It happened at one of your properties. I'm surprised there's no footage of the encounter. The assailant used some kind of close proximity EMP. I have taken precautions against that happening again. As for this, we have nothing. A pity, so? And Captain Britain lets Fisk know. It seems you were right and I was wrong. This has grown into a much larger problem than I first believed. A lesson I have learned myself recently. But do not worry, I have a solution. See Ultimate Issue number 1, Will. Is that so? It is. I come bearing gifts, as we see Ultimate Captain Britain show off his agents, a small army of Ultimate Bullseyes. An entire team of my agents. It embarrasses me that I lack a more subtle out, but I suppose there are more worse ideas than throwing numbers at the problem. What do you say, Monsieur Fisk? I say no thank you. What? I do not need them. I know my adversaries can be beaten. I know how to do it, and I will do so on my terms. Well, Look at you, behaving like a king of his own kingdom. And will you offer me some small hint of your plan? Just know this, I do not have a plan. I have 6 of them. Could this be the reference to the new Ultimate Sinister 6, perhaps? We return to the Green Gimp and Ultimate Spider-Man training, and Ultimate Spider-Man lands a good punch on him, which is deserved. Not gonna lie, I felt that. Sorry. Need a hand up? Asks Spider-Man. Thanks. So, you get what you need? I think so. Now we have a baseline for the suit's performance for tactical scenarios. The next step is activating the suit's AIs and recording any changes in functionality. But just to be clear, once they're on, they're on. I'm pretty sure we'd have to completely reboot the suits to turn them off for good. Understand? Sure. Ready when you are. Okay, here we go. And then we see a blue flash of electricity completely covers both Ultimate Spider-Man and the Green Gimp suits. Octavius asks, anything? I'm not... Oh. Alright, son. Show me what you're made of, as Harry Osborn hears his father's voice activate. Hey Pete, sorry about this, but my father says I have to kick your ass now. Whoa! Again, easy on the identity ecstasy, but you know, good luck with all of your daddy issues. Speaking of dads, you know who's a good one? We are. Just the best. Love those kids. Both of their birthdays are coming up. We should get them something good. Really good. I bet Harry's dad gave the worst presents. You can tell. We should take it easy on him. Yeah. You know what, Harry? Maybe this isn't the best idea. No. We're doing this. Hit me. We have another parody page. I'm not interested in any of these, so if you guys would like to read this, feel free to just pause the video and feel free to read. As we return to the AI training, we see Spider-Man say, okay, but remember you asked for it. And then we see the Green Gimp grab Spider-Man by the wrist. Whoa, you couldn't do that before. And then he lands a sucker punch on Spider-Man. Gotcha! As Norman Osborn's voice says to him. Good. As Spider-Man is continuing to dodge his attacks, Norman Osborn's voice is actually telling the Green Gimp some really dark stuff. A fight isn't won after one good punch. I know that. As we see Spider-Man use his webs against him. And never let your guard down. There's always someone out there trying to beat you, hurt you, take everything from you. They killed me. What do you think they'll do to you? As we see Spider-Man land another punch on him. But the Norman Osborn voice begins to provoke Harry and calls him soft. Because Harry Osborn is a pussy-o in every universe he's in, he decides to use his blasters because he's starting to get provoked by his father's voice, calling him soft. Spider-Man narrowly dodges his blasters and says close, but no banana. But the Norman Osborn voice continues and says, I've always wondered just how weak you are, Harry. As Spider-Man is continuing to lay some damage. I'm beginning to think I know. You're not avenging me, son. You're embarrassing me. And then we see the Green Gimp use his chest reactor and charges it up. The Green Gimp uses his energy blast from his chest to hit Spider-Man, sending him flying. Ow. That hurt. We okay? Yeah, Our diagnoses are within acceptable levels. We'll be fine. But he needs therapy. You think? Well, Dad, how was that? Acceptable, says the Norman Osborn voice. But then Otto Octavius notices something strange on the computer. Oh, that's odd. There's a third carrier signal. Something's... something's... But then we go to Green Gimp. You okay? Need a hand? Oh, now you go easy on me. Don't act like you didn't get in a good couple ones. But sorry if I went a little. Hey! Little problem here. What's wrong, Otto? There's a third carrier wave. Another signal on the Stark network. I've tried to lock it out, but there's a back door. And it has... Oh. It's here. And then a blue flash of light appears in the room, with a voice saying, I told you I'd be back in 6 months. And we find out it's Ultimate Iron Lad who is here to meet Ultimate Spider-Man. And he says, and here I am, and I have one question for you. Are you a hero yet? And that is where Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 7 ends. So that was Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 7. And honestly, I was just bored. Like, this whole run as a whole is just boring. This issue specifically was basically just talking with a little bit of cheap action with no real gravity or weight. When I compare the other runs to the Ultimate Universe, there is a lot going on in Black Panther and the Ultimates. When it comes down to Ultimate Spider-Man, it's just loads of boring talking. And when you do see the fight scenes, there's no real gravity or weight compared to like Black Panther or Ultimates. And so far, this run is just nowhere near as good as the original Ultimate Spider-Man, and I would say it's actually quite insulting to Ultimate Spider-Man. Hickman seems to think he knows everything and he acts like his ideas are so cool when they're not actually his ideas. Loads of the concepts in this new Ultimate Universe can be traced back to different origin points. When it comes down to these origin points, these are not Hickman's ideas. He keeps taking ideas from other people and then constantly praises himself in his own writing. Like, that is not good writing. That's just that's literally being a plagiarist. You've got nothing of your own to bring to the table, and you want to try and act like it's you that's bringing it. It's not. And then when it comes down to quality writing, I don't see anything. It's just characters talking and nothing is really getting done here. Nothing has actually progressed. The character Harry Osborn hasn't changed at all. He lost both of his parents. What happened? He got spoilt even more. That's basically what Harry got identified as, a spoiled rich kid who loses his parents, and then he gets spoiled even more and gets this green Gimp suit that's a rip-off on the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. And it's like, I don't care about any of this. I just want to see more of Ultimate Spider-Man. This is not Ultimate Spider-Man. This is throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. Hickman, you've really got to step up your game. Like, you came up with comics like Avengers and New Avengers, your Ultimates run, and even Secret Wars and Fantastic Four. But when it comes down to the new Ultimate Universe, your ideas just suck. They absolutely suck. And I don't, like, nobody was asking for any of these ideas. We just wanted the Ultimate Universe back, and all you've done is make your own universe and take other ideas from other people and then trying to act like it was your idea to begin with. It weren't. That's all I've really got to say for this video. No, I am not liking Ultimate Spider-Man or Ultimate X-Men. I honestly think there are people out here who are overrating this comic because it's like, guys, literally nothing of significance has happened for 7 issues straight. How the hell is this comic any good? Seriously, like, put the fanboyism aside and actually tell me a genuine reason how this is any good. How this is anywhere near the original Ultimate Spider-Man, and how taking ideas from other places when these ideas were bashed on in the first place, Dane DeHaan's Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn and Spider-Man 3, all got criticism. Peter Parker in the MCU not having his own identity, not him being able to learn to grow in his own form, and constantly relying on Tony Stark for help. That was a criticism for the MCU, and he's constantly just taking these ideas that people don't like into his books. But anyway, like, Jonathan Hickman, I am sorry, but you are not as good as you used to be. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you guys enjoy this issue or did you not? Make sure you drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.